In this video, I'm joined by my good friend Proctor to discuss all things Last of Us 2. As far as the leaks and spoilers go, we will be talking about those in depth. And if you don't want to hear any of that, please do not watch the video. Please do not listen any further. There will be spoilers in this video. Alright, so there's your disclaimer. Enjoy the show. I'm joined here with Proctor to talk all things Last of Us. Since it's a game I think we're both looking forward to a lot. And
we're looking forward to.
We're looking forward to. I'm still looking forward to it like crazy. I've been, waiting for the game for 7 years. Like, this is not going to stop me. Even though I read the fucking spoilers. Did you actually read the spoilers, Proctor?
Well, I didn't. Yeah, but by no choice of my own, really. It got spoiled, so I just thought, well, I might as well just watch it now.
You watched the actual gameplay?
Yeah, it was already spoiled for me, so I just thought,
oh, damn.
Might as well. Yeah.
I didn't even really watch the gameplay. I clicked on it and clicked off because I saw it was legit. So I was like, oh, fuck.
I needed to know it was legit, yeah. And then I just thought, I'll just watch it.
Just watch it. It wasn't that much of the gameplay, right? It's only like a 30-minute video, right?
Are we doing spoilers or are we doing non-spoilers?
Just try to keep it a little non-spoilery.
I only watched the scene with the new female character.
Okay. But you know what happens to Joel and Ellie, so that's like we don't need to say exactly what happened, but you know what happens.
Oh yeah, I know everything. I only watched that video, but everything else is being spoiled anyway. Yeah.
Okay, good. Not good, but good.
How are we going to do this without spoilers?
We're just going to talk about our reactions to it, because honestly, I was kind of expecting something like this to happen, like I was expecting something bad to happen to Joel and Ellie. It's a miracle they made it through the first game, right?
But that's a spoiler.
That's a spoiler?
Definitely.
Really?
If I watched this video, I'd have went, all right, well, there you go, then he's just spoiled that them two die.
Well, I didn't say they died. You just said they died.
What?
I said something bad happens to them.
Come on.
Well, who wasn't expecting that to happen, though? I think you gotta be kind of like a little, dull in the head to think that these characters are gonna get through this game.
I thought only Ellie would.
Yeah, I was thinking Ellie would too.
Yeah.
But it is interesting how everybody has turned against Naughty Dog because they hear these hearsay rumors about what Neil Druckmann's like, even though we don't have any actual concrete anything about it. What are your thoughts on Neil Druckmann? What did you think of his last game, Uncharted 4?
Well, it's one of them things, isn't it, where Uncharted 4 was a great game, but the Nadine section was just absolutely embarrassing. It was unbelievable, and it was so obvious he's just forcing stuff in his games for no reason whatsoever except to push an agenda. Like the ending, did you hear the stories how a QA tester apparently stood up and started swearing at Neil Druckmann and saying it's bullshit, saying he's pathetic and stuff?
Yeah, the sexist tester. Yeah, the sexist.
Yeah, but it's the ending was meant to be, he was meant to have a male son called Nathan Jr., and just because a female artist went, why isn't it a female? Neil Druckmann changed it to a female. What's that? What's the point?
Well, what's the point of it being a boy?
Because that's what he wrote in the script.
Well, does it change anything about the story, though?
Well, no, but it's still it shows his agenda is very much there.
Well, I mean, I don't know what the agenda is. Other than having more female characters in a game that was a mostly male cast anyway.
No, well, everyone loved Elena. I loved Lost Legacy. Lost Legacy was great.
Yeah, that was supposed to be DLC for Uncharted 4, and they just made it its own game.
Yeah, I love that game. That game was really good. Last of Us 2, everyone's turning on it because why do we want to play half a game as a woman who's just killed Joel? That's just not a game I want to play.
Spoiler!
As soon as
I'll put a spoiler warning at the beginning of the video, okay? All right.
Definitely.
Yeah, okay, keep going.
As soon as that section comes, I'll probably put down the control and be like, nah, I'm not even going to carry on with this, because I just don't want to. And Naughty Dog said context matters, but there's no context that could make that make sense.
Why wouldn't it make sense? I mean, I think it's pretty ballsy, you have these main characters, right, that we played a whole, the first game with, right? and then they're gonna throw a huge twist like that, like halfway through Last of Us 2.
It's not him dying. I don't mind him dying, but getting killed by an angry. I know it's not being confirmed, but she does look like an angry transgender woman who you then play as for like a 6-hour game, for like the rest of the 6 hours. Like, nah, I just that
I don't think she's a tranny. I mean,
have you seen the pictures?
Yeah, not a tranny, dude. Like,
I think she's the hinting. They're trying to push it that way.
Well, that's pretty interesting how they could have transgender surgery in the apocalypse. That's pretty interesting.
You can be non-transitioned and still be a trans.
Yeah, you need hormones and shit like that to look like a female, though.
No, it's the other way around. It's a female who's trying to identify as a man.
Well, so is Ellie.
Imagine, like, it's not even just that. It's I want to play as Ellie. I wanted this game to be Ellie for the full game, and for Joel to have like, everyone knew he was going to die. Anyone who says they didn't is lied. They're just outright lying. But I just don't want him to die that quickly for us then for the Naughty Dog to scrap Ellie and make us play as this random character that we know nothing about, and we're not going to like because they've just killed Joel.
But Joel wasn't a good character anyway, you know? Like, he wasn't a good guy. Like, he murdered
Batman's
lots of people.
not a good guy, really. In most interpretations, we still love Batman.
I mean, but he doesn't, like, kill hospital rooms full of doctors, though. Like,
but he did it not for the right reasons, I guess, but he did it out of
love. Oh, good. Oh, God. Like, oh, God.
But still, like, he didn't do it out of pure evil. Like, he's not just a pure evil. And even then, are you telling me you don't have villains that you adore? Like, you do really a lot, like, enjoy watching or playing as.
Yeah, but, like, I'm not going to get upset if they die. You know what I'm saying?
It's not that I knew he was going to die. I just wanted it to be maybe like a sacrifice for Ellie or something, or even this wouldn't have bothered me. The only thing that bothers me about these leaks is playing as Abby. I just don't want to play as a new character. I mean, it still hasn't been confirmed because none of the videos actually show anything happening to Ellie. So no one knows whether Ellie dies at the end or not.
Yeah. I mean, she could be in the game well into the end and then die at the end. We don't know. I mean,
that's the rumor, is
that
she dies by Abby at the end. You finally catch up with Ellie and you kill her.
Which I don't know how the story's going to play out in the game, so it might make sense. Like, I don't know why people are jumping to conclusions. I mean, we just know this one twist with a golf club. Like that. Like, there's not a whole lot of context with it. Yeah, man, I get it that Abby, you don't want to play as Abby, you know, somebody that kills a popular character, but like, what other game have you seen like that? Like, I'm trying to think of another game when that happened.
For good reason, because Halo, they made you play as Locke, and no one wanted to.
Well, I never played Halo, so you know, I never played those crap games.
Everyone hated Halo 5 because you had to play as someone other than the Master Chief, and it was just pointless. No one wanted to play as them.
Oh, interesting. People are that connected to Master Chief and his deep lore. Even Joel has more character development than Master Chief, and that's just like one game, right? But yeah, man. I mean, this whole thing is kind of ridiculous because, I mean, are people expecting this game to come out and it's not going to be great? Like, everything they've worked on this game, all their past games, and everything in The Last of Us is going to be good. Like, as far as gameplay goes, level design, graphics, and, you know, people aren't going to play it because they don't like some story thing that happens. It's just a little wild. What other game is like The Last of Us? No, what other studio is making games like this? No other studio.
Well, maybe not Naughty Dog going forward.
Exactly. Why do people want this?
So many people have turned on this. It's crazy.
I don't get it. Why do people want this? Like, you rather just have EA make a bunch of games that are shit? Like, at least Naughty Dog makes high-quality games. I don't care how they work their staff. They come out with some great fucking games. So, you know, they could do whatever they want to their staff. They could be whipping their staff for all I care. The games are coming out great. And yeah, I think people are kind of crazy if they think Last of Us is going to come out and it's going to be a buggy mess. You know, like, it's going to be a really polished, smooth game. Like, you remember Days Gone, right? That game came out and it was a fucking mess.
Personally, I never experienced any bugs. I've seen the videos though, so I know it was, but I never
experienced bugs, and I played it like 5 months after it came out.
Jesus.
Like, yeah,
maybe day one it was more patched.
Yeah, right. The day one patch, which, you know, Last of Us would probably get too, but still, man. I mean, it's 7 years been waiting for this game, and then, like, I don't know, like, one story thing you hear, and all of a sudden, no, like, you're not gonna give it a chance. Like, it's just like, do you think that's a little harsh? Like, don't people think that's a little excessive for a studio like Naughty Dog, who hasn't put out a bad game in 20 years. I don't understand where the hate's coming from, other than the fact that people hate Neil Druckmann. Like, that's the only thing I could see. And I get the whole Abby thing. But what if you like Abby leading up to that moment? Like, what if that was the context? Like, they established her as a great character, and then that moment happens, and you're like,
nah.
No, no chance of that happening. We just went through the whole Last of Us game where they did a great job building characters, and what? They're not going to do the same for Abby?
No, because according to the leaks, the first half is you playing as Ellie, you building like romantic relationships with women and stuff, and you're in this camp. It's rumored to be like a cult, like a weird cult thing or some weird stuff.
The Christian cult thing.
And apparently, it's because there's two Abbies in the game, and the one you eventually play as is the one who kills Ellie's girlfriends. So you're not. How are you going to like her? You're just going to despise her up until you play as her.
Well, there's got to be a reason she's doing it.
Because Joel killed her dad, who was a surgeon, but still, it just seems like she's gone on a weird revenge rampage, and it's just... How can Joel wipe out a full... I know it's context, but how can he wipe out a full, essential... But you can't kill like a group of women, 3 women, who kill him with a golf club?
Well,
like, are they going to use that he's old and he's getting decrepit, or like is him and Ellie just not enough against these? Or obviously context matters. I'm guessing they're gonna do it good. They're not going to just kill him off in such a weak way.
Well, from what I saw, the enemies of the game are going to be like homophobic, like Christian cult trying to right the world or wherever. You know what's funny is that all these gameplay things, I haven't seen a whole lot of clickers.
I was literally just about to say that. Yeah, zombies have just disappeared from this game.
Did they die off? Like, that could be a thing. There could just be like bloaters left or some scarce zombies and stuff, because they evolve. They started out as just like runner zombies, and then they lose their sight and stuff, and they become clickers, and then they become bloaters. So did they eventually die off, and like the world's trying to rebuild, something like that? I obviously we don't know. Like, no one's played the game. Everybody's seeing just leaks of huge moments in the game that are like, like if you saw it for the first time in game, it'd probably be like incredible. Like, do you remember getting spoiled on anything for the first Last of Us? Because when I played that game, it was all brand new. That's a once in a lifetime experience. Like, we'll never experience The Last of Us 2 for the first time now, and that's a problem.
I agree that it's heartbreaking. Like, I seen. A lot of YouTubers I watched started saying, because Naughty Dog did that statement, didn't they, where saying that they said it was this is a difficult time for all of you fans, and like some YouTubers I watched saying, well, I don't think it's that far, but it is. If you're that invested in the game, this type of stuff it ruins you for like a few days. It really is upsetting. I mean, like you said earlier, you've waited 7 years for a game, and just with the click of a finger, some knobhead spoiled it.
Yeah. For
all we know, it could be absolutely no reason but to be a horrible person. It's just not nice. I mean, I was good, even though I didn't like the spoilers and I didn't like where they were taking the story. I was still devastated because I wanted to experience it firsthand. Mm-hmm. And now I am going to go into it with a negative mind, which I didn't want to do.
Well, yeah, which is something I've been trying to point out in some recent videos. Is like the people are going to have a preconceived, idea of the game before they play it, which is something that never happened with the first game, right? Like the first game, we just played it, right?
Yeah. But this is all through whoever leaked this, and by the sounds of it, I don't know whether to believe Sony or not, but by the sounds of it, it's like a third-party team who went out of the way to steal this footage and release it.
Yeah, because
they said it's not affiliated with Sony or Naughty Dog in any way, didn't they?
And I honestly, I think I believe that because the game is ready to go. I mean, this game was supposed to ship, I think last month or like the month before, but then coronavirus happened, right? And they pushed it back to June. So if they just released it when they should have, like, we wouldn't be dealing with any of this right now. So I think whoever leaked it was part of some marketing team, a third party, like you said, because people have access to the game now since it's about to ship. I would be like shocked if it was a Naughty Dog person that leaked it, because they kept it quiet for 6-7 years, right? They kept everything quiet for that long, and then all of a sudden,
not even a peek of anything came out about this game. Not even like a little tiny detail came out.
Yeah, so I really find it hard to believe it was a Naughty Dog person that did it. Like, they kept quiet for that many years, and all of a sudden, they're going to fucking leak it when they could have leaked it, like, last year or something. So, yeah, I'm thinking it has something to do with, like, people have access to the game now because it's about to ship.
Yeah, it was from February, wasn't it?
What was that?
I think the footage was February. It was pre-alpha.
Yes.
So it was like all done. They were just working on bugs and polishing and stuff.
Exactly. And it's way too late to change anything right now. I mean, it's coming out in 7 weeks.
100%.
Yeah.
Nothing's getting changed about this game.
And, maybe if this person was like genuinely concerned about the story, maybe if he leaked it like 2 years ago, they could have changed it, right? If they were genuinely concerned. But I think they leaked it because, like you said, they're a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, there's no reason to leak a game because they're going to get absolutely fucked by Naughty Dog and Sony. They're going to sue them.
Oh yeah,
beyond bankruptcy.
It's quite the risk they took, just to like spoil a story. I don't get it because like Last of Us is like one of those games where it's like it's just story. You can't really leak like multiplayer footage, like right? And nobody would care about that. Everybody cares about the story of Last of Us, and like that's the thing you gotta spoil. Like God, it's really upsetting because we get so many shit games all year. The one game everyone's looking forward to, the one story-driven game, is going to get a bad launch. I mean, it might have a bad launch now because of this, which is like shitty. Like it was going to be a huge game, right? It was going to be a lot of money made, and it was going to prove that games are bigger than movies because everybody was going to buy this goddamn Last of Us game. And that might be the case. Might not be the case anymore. I don't think people understand how important these narrative games are because so few of them come out that are really good. Just proving that we can't have nice things, man.
Definitely. It's definitely... I don't think it's going to sell bad. I don't think it's even remotely going to sell bad. I think this might have knocked quite a few sales off, but I don't think it's going to be a letdown for Sony. I mean, they're still going to see like a massive sales revenue with this.
Mm-hmm. But I could definitely see the launch being hurt at some, people canceling pre-orders and stuff like that,
Definitely. If you go on Twitter and hashtag The Last of Us 2, there is so many people who are like saying, right, I'm not buying it anymore. And it is crazy to see like so many people have turned on them. It's not like a tiny like minority. It's a lot of people. And
it really feels like it's like out of the blue, like almost. Like it really feels like it's just like, a couple days and all of a sudden everybody's against Naughty Dog. But like I feel like it's been building up for a while because of all the Neil Druckmann stories and stuff like that. And people think he has this huge agenda, which I don't know. I'm saying like the whole changing Nadine to a female character in Uncharted 4, I think it worked.
No, Nadine didn't exist.
She didn't exist, but it still worked.
What's that woman called? The director of Naughty Dog for years. What's she called?
Amy Hennig.
Yeah, she said Nadine was never in the Uncharted 4 script. The one that Neil was meant to have
they threw out her script, didn't they?
I think he did adapt it to an extent. But yeah,
she left during the first. She left during the first Last of Us game.
You don't see any form of Drake being beaten that badly, really, in the 3 games, and then all of a sudden, this random woman who Neil Druckmann's whacked in suddenly absolutely destroys like Drake. Like, nah, you cannot say there isn't an agenda there.
There isn't an agenda. Like, just because it's a female. If it was a male character, would you say the same thing?
Definitely not, because if they got Ronda Rousey and they did motion capture for her, then I wouldn't be saying this. But she's just she's little, doesn't have big muscles or anything. Little. She doesn't look.
Dude, she's taller than Nathan Drake. Nadine?
No, she isn't.
Yes, she is. She's taller. She's more built than him. She can fight. She's a UFC fighter type thing. Like, yeah, man. Like, yeah, she could beat up Nathan Drake. Nathan Drake's not an experienced fighter. He's just like a haymaker. He's a swashbuckling. He throws all his weight behind his punches. He's not very good at fighting. He kind of is lucky at everything he does. That's like the point of Nathan Drake. He's not exactly good at anything. Like,
a white woman voices her.
Yeah, white woman voices her. What's the agenda there? So what's the agenda? You know what I'm saying?
Women. Not black women. So women.
Black women.
But it's
you understand how ridiculous this is, though, right? Because like if it was a male character, nobody would say anything, right? So there is an underlying sexism thing happening.
It doesn't defeat the point that it is an agenda. He might have wrote a male there, and then if you cross it out and you say, no, actually, we want it to be female instead, that's an agenda. It's just
How's it an agenda? They found a reason to make it a female. That doesn't affect the story. What's the point? What's the agenda?
Well, why not just the third game just make Drake female, make it his sister instead?
They could have did that in the first game.
Have a brother, have a sister? And why in a zombie game are we getting a scene where two lasses nearly scissor? Like,
you know what's funny is that nobody complained about this with Ellie in the first game, right? Like, she did some pretty incredible things, and nobody gave a fuck.
Absolutely shit on. With people saying that is just outrageous. Like, the lesbian scene in Left Behind, people were like, what?
They did?
Definitely.
Some sexist people did? I don't really care about what, like, some rageaholics on YouTube think about, some story things they didn't like. I don't get it.
Why should we waste 5 minutes on two little girls
kissing? Relationships, yeah. Why should we waste time on character relationships?
It's each to their own, I guess, but it just doesn't do it for me.
You fight zombies in that DLC too, so I don't understand what people want in the game. Like, that's something I asked somebody at some point. I'm like, what the fuck was The Last of Us 2 supposed to be? Just the same fucking thing again? The same exact game with the same ending, and we get another Last of Us 3 and it's the same fucking game again? Like, don't you want something different to happen? Like, I don't understand this mentality. Like, they're doing something wildly different. Like, what is the problem, really?
Yeah, but because it hasn't been done because it's stupid.
It's stupid. Well, you haven't played it, though, so you don't know.
But there's no way. Like, yeah, they have.
How is there no way? They've been making great games for this long.
There's just no way they can explain it good enough where everyone's going to get halfway through the game and go, oh, yeah, I'm going to start playing as Abby.
Dude, not now.
No, that's what, no, yeah, but give me one example then, like what they could do in that game that might make you think, oh, actually, I want to play as Abby. Yeah, fuck Joel.
They could show Abby at the beginning of the game hiding in the covers while Joel's killing her father. Right? Wouldn't that get you a little connected to Abby?
We've done that, though. We played that.
What do you mean?
We've played that. If they just show that again, we're just going to be like, right, well, what's your point? We've done that.
What's your point? The point is that you're killing a father in front of her child. In front of his child, right? That's the point.
To save your own, not daughter, but what you see as a daughter?
Yeah, for selfish reasons. That's what Joel did it for selfish reasons. Ellie was willing to sacrifice herself. She was all ready to go.
Most people in that situation would. That's why they did it. They wrote it in the game because it made sense. No one hated Joel after that. No one. I just disagree with anyone who says they did. No chance.
But it shows that Joel's a selfish character, though. He's not.
But anyone would be. Ask any parent that'd say, yeah, I probably would have done that.
Well, that's the point, though, isn't it? They're choosing selfish things over saving humanity. Like, there's not any guarantee that they were going to be able to get a cure out of Ellie. I think that's, like, kind of proven when you go through the hospital scene. But there's still, like, a 1% chance, right? There's still, like, a chance they could get a cure and save humanity. And, I think, Joel was being very selfish because, if there's even a chance, you got to take it.
No, but no one in real life would.
Oh, like, they would have a choice in real life, right? Like, they would have a choice.
Oh, yeah, no one would be able to get through that essential army.
Fucking Joel's a superhero in that fucking scene. He's a goddamn metahuman.
I mean, the only thing they do in this game to make sense of the context matters thing they said is if, like, for the first half of this game, Joel's just a brute and he's just gone really sour. And, like, as Ellie, you see how brutal she's got. And, like, how, like, dark and brutal, and he kills anyone in his way. He doesn't give a shit what they say. He just sees everyone as evil. Then maybe you do eventually play as Abby and think, yeah, fuck Joel. He's just completely lost it.
Yeah. What I think they're might do is that, like, Joel's gonna be remorseful. He's gonna be, like, regretting everything he's ever done, right? And then he's gonna get killed. Karma's gonna come back to him. That's what's gonna happen.
Do you reckon he might accept death then? He might just tell Ellie to back off and he's just like, I deserve this.
Yeah, what if that scene, he knew he's gonna die, right? And he just lets it happen?
Because he doesn't do anything about it. Yeah, he knows he deserves it.
Yeah, that could be the context they're talking about. I mean,
he might want to be with Sarah again. He might say, right, this is what I need to do to be with Sarah again, so just do it.
Yeah, he could be thinking about Sarah still. But yeah, I would be surprised if Joel is just not in the game at all until that point, right? I feel like we're going to see him a lot leading up to that point. That would suck if he just, like, pops up for that one scene and then he dies. That would suck. There's nothing they could do with the context to fix that, but if he's like throughout the whole game and then that moment happens, I think I'll be fine with it. I don't know, man. I got to play the game. Like, because everybody says he has a hidden agenda, which is great, like, everybody says he's plotting something. Where have I heard that before?
I don't think he's got any disrespect for Naughty Dog or anything like that. I don't think he's got any agenda within the company. I just feel like he is trying to whack anything in wherever he can.
Yeah,
and
he's trying to put as many
I don't want to
representation
play.
as he can. Why do you think there's an Asian dude in it?
I just don't want to play Last of Us 2 for some part of the story to have been ruined by that agenda. If it hasn't, then fair dudes.
Yeah,
that's why I loved Lost Legacy. Lost Legacy was unbelievable.
Yeah, and also full female cast. Like, where's the agenda there?
I'd probably argue that it was. No, probably wouldn't say that.
What, that he was that was an agenda game too?
No, I was going to say that it was possibly better than 4, but I'd have to play both of them again. It's been years.
Lost Legacy is very short. It's only like that one map, and then it's like a little boss stage area, and that's it. Yeah, dude, Uncharted 4 is so goddamn good though. Like, looking back on that game, like, I like it more than the original trilogy for sure.
So I didn't like the story. I thought it was pointless bringing the brother into it, and I didn't like the end.
I think there was a point for the brother thing, but yeah, I like the brother. I like Troy Baker's voice acting. I like the story. I like how meaty the game is, and the game is longer than all the other games. Yeah, gameplay's solid, feels good, looks good, entertained throughout. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're talking about fucking Death Stranding or something, where it's like a really polarizing experience.
Uncharted 2 was my favorite Uncharted.
I like Uncharted 2 up until the end with the boss fight. That thing's ridiculous. That thing's
Lazarevich.
Yeah, like that's just like what? I'm running around in a circle for like 10 minutes. They could have did something a little better with the boss fight. And that's just one of those video game things where they have to put in a boss fight because it's a video game. Which is something they did on Uncharted 4, and I think it worked good with Rafe. Like I thought that boss fight was good. Felt realistic and stuff like that. And yeah, Uncharted 4, like, I didn't mind the female characters they added. Like, we probably won't get another Uncharted. At least I don't think we will for a while, because Uncharted 4 was called A Thief's End. It's the end of Nathan Drake's story. So, maybe the next Uncharted, we get his daughter. But I doubt it very much. I doubt it. I feel like they're going to move on to a new IP, a new game franchise, right? But yeah, it's just weird. Like, people are saying Neil Druckmann has an agenda because, like, he knows that Anesia Carcesian, I don't even know how to say her fucking name, but he knows that, like, feminist lady, right? So, like, that's why he has these agendas. Like, I just don't buy that,
No,
like,
he's outright publicly said she had input into the game.
How much input, though? That story, like, she didn't write anything on the script.
But it's still input if she said, do this, and then he was like, all right, yeah, I'll do that.
No, we don't know what he said, though. That's the thing. Like, we don't know exactly. We don't know what he said.
All I know is I don't want her anywhere near my games.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how she even got near Last of Us, other than the fact that she knows Neil Druckmann. That's it. She knows nothing about games, by the way. She knows.
No, definitely not. He just doesn't have to check boxes. He's did like, unless I just haven't went out my way to look, but like that trailer where Ellie was kissing that lass, and we obviously knew she was going to be, she is a lesbian and stuff into the second
Abby
game.
She's kissing at the end, right?
And no one seemed to care about that, but it's just now, everything's just popping up in Last of Us 2. He's just ticking boxes, and it's just like, oh God, like, do you have to? Like Uncharted 1 and 2 and 3 had Chloe, who was like probably the strongest female character you could get in a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are just a bit, that's what they see as an agenda. They don't think he's ruining Naughty Dog or anything. They just think, obviously he thinks he's doing good, but a lot of people are thinking like, Jesus, can you just calm down a bit?
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to get another game director for the next game too. It's not like it's always going to be Neil Druckmann. He's just the game director for right now. Naughty Dog goes through, different game directors all the time.
But there was rumors, wasn't there, that Bruce Straley left because of Neil's political, like...
Once again, like rumors and hearsay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know, but it's stuff we're never going to find out. Yeah, because they're not going to. Like, an NDA will definitely block it. Because they just don't want to be stricken down. Imagine coming out and saying, Neil Druckmann's a dickhead, I wouldn't want to work with him. Everyone would be like, well, we're not hiring you, are we?
Well, everybody would be like, well, Neil Druckmann doesn't have a job anymore. And they move on to a new person, right? So it's like...
but he does have a job. Neil Druckmann's isn't he the head of Naughty Dog now?
I think he's just game director. If everybody really hates Neil Druckmann that much, he would be out of the job eventually. It's tough to get people to work for you if everybody hates you. So there's definitely some people that like him. Like, that's why these rumors and stuff, they are just rumors. I'm not going to say if they're 100% wrong or 100% right. But we don't know the other side of it. Like, what the fuck is Neil Druckmann thinking? Like, what does he have to say? Nobody really cares about that. They just care about hearing these hearsay rumors from other people that don't want to give their names.
Jason Schreier came out with what's happened now. literally just. Apparently, the footage was obtained by hackers who used a security vulnerability in a patch for an old Naughty Dog game to access the Californian developers' servers, and then gained access to the old videos of the development build and released them.
All right, let me guess. These hackers are anti-SJW hackers. You know what I'm saying? Like
Lizard Squad.
What's their agenda? What's the hackers' agenda? You know, like releasing a vertical slice of a game, leaking out a vertical slice of the game with no context, trying to get everybody riled up. What's their agenda? How come no one's asking that? They obviously have something against Naughty Dog. They have something against Neil Druckmann. That's why they're doing it. And they might just have, they might just hate him just because of these hearsay rumors, right? Like people that might not actually know Neil Druckmann.
See, we'll never know. We'll never know what's going on because wasn't it like Rockstar that their developers couldn't come out and say what they'd been treated like and stuff because of like NDAs actually protected the company from them being able to say. But loads did come out. Was it Jason Schreier who did the big report on it? And he got loads of people to come out and say, yeah. Or was it a Twitter post? Someone, I can't remember.
I don't know.
But it happens with other companies that no one turns on, like Borderlands, the head of Gearbox. He's a friggin' arsehole. Didn't he punch one of his like co-workers?
Yeah, man. Like,
where's the backlash for Borderlands?
They don't care. I mean, you remember L.A. Noire? That game director was really bad. He would yell at his staff and like demean them and stuff like that.
It wasn't 18 hours they'd work, and then they'd sleep in the offices.
Yeah.
And he said he wouldn't pay them unless they did. It's mental.
Yeah. Which is something that probably happens a lot more than we let on, like...
100%. A lot of people say that, don't they? Like, when Rockstar got the backlash, people were like, it's not just Rockstar every game. Apparently, Ubisoft's the best game company to work for, believe it or not.
That's how they're pumping out so many games. I don't think they got to treat their staff good.
They're the highest paid in the games industry and the best to work for, which I quite like to see because I love them, Ubisoft.
EA does a bunch of shady shit every year. Like, right? Everybody bitches about EA, but they still buy all their games. Like, EA still makes a shit ton of money every year.
Well, saying that Battlefield 5's Backlash destroyed that game.
Oh, yeah, now nobody plays it anymore, but a lot of people bought it to begin with.
I think what it might be at the moment as well is, as soon as it gets spoiled, you're in a foul mood if you had any respect for the first one.
Yeah.
And the actual story, if you dislike any part of it, that anger's going to build up into that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're just going to throw it at Naughty Dog's way because we don't know who's leaked it, so we don't know where to direct the anger. So at the moment, we're just really annoyed with Neil Druckmann and Naughty Dog, whereas in reality, most people are probably just really upset it got spoiled from.
Mm.
I was, even still now, even though I know I'm going into it with a worse mindset, I'm still really upset that it got spoiled, like really badly upset.
Yeah, me too. I mean, could you imagine if the first The Last of Us game, you got spoiled on the middle part where, somebody told you that Ellie was going to take over the role and Joel was going to, die like halfway through the game, and you actually got to that point in the game? Like, how would you have felt?
You just don't really want to play it when something gets spoiled.
Exactly.
I always get put off playing it. I just think, I know what happens now.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get spoiled on Death Stranding at all. And, I'm surprised that game didn't get spoiled at all because there's a lot of content in it. But yeah, man, any final thoughts on Last of Us here?
Not really. I'll be getting it nonetheless. I think you're obviously getting it nonetheless.
I don't know how. Like, is fucking GameStop going to be open in June? God damn. Everything's closed.
Are you not ordering online? Amazon and stuff still delivers over here, so we can just order games.
I might have to pull my pre-order from GameStop and do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm still looking forward to it to an extent, because I think, like you said earlier, the gameplay is still going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, right? Like, it's going to, like, do you remember the first game? Like, that was the first time I ever played a game like that, where you could take somebody hostage and blow their brains out right in front of you, right? Like, that was like...
True Crime, you used to be able to do it on PS2.
Yeah, like, I don't think I ever played True Crime. So, Last of Us was definitely one of those first games where you could go into any level and have a complete different strategy to get through it. Like, you could stealth your way through most of the game in Last of Us. There's only a few segments where you have to fight, really.
Yeah, you definitely. But for context, just because I've seen a lot of people saying the only people who were hating on the leaks are people who didn't really like the first one. I have the first one's platinum, all the multiplayer DLC trophies.
Yeah, I didn't bother doing multiplayer.
And Left Behind's trophies, and I finished Grounded. I've got all the trophies for Last of Us 1. I absolutely adored that game.
Yeah, so you're definitely getting the second one.
Oh, definitely.
You're definitely playing through to the end because you're a trophy whore. Like,
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's going to be good. Even if you just like the story, the gameplay is still going to be great.
yeah, that's the thing I don't get. Like, people act like this game's going to be complete trash. Like, what do you like?
It's not. It's just not.
There's no fucking way. They've been working on it 6 years. Like, God, this game's going to be pretty nice, at least to play. And, once we see the ending of the game, then we can make our opinions on the story and shit like that, and, like, the twists and turns. But I really got to see the ending of the story.
That's a good point, actually. We haven't seen the ending.
Yeah.
For all we know. Definitely not, because if you watch the gameplay, no chance. But for all we know, he could be alive. He definitely isn't.
Well, they faked his death once before. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah,
if you watch that gameplay, his face is absolutely... It looks like Glenn from Walking Dead. It is just... It is disgraceful.
Maggie!
I still love you. Still probably... That got shit on. I don't know why. That's still probably my favourite scene in, like, TV history. That scene blew my mind. I'd never read comics, so I never knew what was coming. When his eye popped out,
Yeah.
And then Negan splats all like the skin off onto Rick's face. That's probably it for Last of Us 2. I'm still getting it nonetheless, and knowing me, I'll probably buy it. Yeah. Context will matter, and you'll like playing as Abby, and it'll be a great game. I hope.
I mean, you'll like playing as Abby up to the point where you probably kill Joel, right?
As long if they make me hit Joel, though, like you've said, context does incredibly. If they build up like 6 hours, they're obviously good storytellers. If they build up hatred for Joel, by the looks of the trailer, Ellie kind of dislikes Joel because Ellie's kind of pissed off when Joel follows her out. So I wonder if there's something there. Maybe Joel's like conservative and he's like, "Oh, what you doing, kissing lasses or something?"
Yeah, man. I mean, this game has been so secret for so long, dude. I didn't know anything about this game till the leaks. I didn't even know there was a Christian cult in it until the leaks came out about it. Like,
the trailers showed nothing. The trailers showed absolutely nothing except that they were in a new settlement together, and that was it.
Yeah. Like, dude, so much of this game we don't know. I mean, it's going to be like a 20-hour game, like, roughly, so, like, there's going to be a lot of stuff that happens. A lot of story. And I can't imagine it being, like, complete trash.
Oh, it won't be.
Yeah, like, that's just, like, it's not possible.
It will be exciting when it comes out and we can message each other and do another podcast to discuss it and possibly discuss how wrong I am.
Yeah, or how right you are.
I hope I'm wrong. I very, very much hope I'm wrong. I'm with you and adoring Last of Us 1. I've played through Last of Us 1 too many times. An unhealthy amount of times.
Oh, yeah. I played through it like 6 fucking times, yeah. I'm about to play through it again before Last of Us 2 comes out. Yeah.
Same. But that's probably it for that week. And I really want to discuss Death Stranding because I don't have a single friend who's played it or finished it.
All right, well, we'll get to the Death Stranding spoilcast in the next episode. So thank you all for listening to this.
Thanks, guys.
And hopefully everybody gives Last of Us a chance and we can have a great game here. Anyway, yeah, that's it for now. Thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
See you after. Bye.